The woman had just woken up, but her shadow stayed behind on the wall. When no one was looking, it transformed into a snake and slithered quietly out of the house. After that day, strange things began happening to her. She ate the rice cakes she had every week, but claimed it was her first time tasting them. She wore clothes from her own closet, but said she'd never seen them before. Her son thought it was just normal aging, forgetfulness. He didn't think much of it until the family gathering during the new year. That's when he realized how serious it was. His mother couldn't remember her own sister's name. She didn't recognize any of the distant relatives. If he hadn't stepped in to host, the family reunion would have fallen apart. Things only changed when Ginkgo the Mushishi arrived. He explained. His mother was infected by a memory-draining insect. This creature feeds on human memories. Once it enters the brain, it steadily consumes the parts it deems unimportant. Though it doesn't harm the body, even Ginkgo couldn't say whether it would eventually erase her entire past. Hearing this, the mother grew afraid. Afraid of forgetting her son, afraid of forgetting the husband who hadn't returned in years. The insect was too deep to remove, but Ginkgo offered one solution. If she could create new memories every day, the insect would fear its host dying suddenly and avoid touching her core memories. It was less like a parasite and more like an uneasy partnership. So his mother, who rarely went out, decided to search for her long-lost husband. Even her son was surprised by her courage, but new experiences did help memories form faster. He supported her choice and joined her on the journey. With Ginkgo's blessing, mother and son traveled to the port city. The next year, they found traces of the husband, but reality was harsher than they imagined. He had started a new family abroad. Without a word, the mother turned away. She didn't want her son to see that painful truth. From then on, she often sat at her sewing machine. Every thread she wove carried thoughts of her husband, but something was still strange. Whenever she stepped away, her shadow stayed behind, then slipped out the door unnoticed. The next day, the woman fell ill. She slept for 70 days straight. When her son woke from his own exhaustion, he saw a large shadow insect emerge from her body. It seemed satisfied and vanished in an instant. His mother woke up seeming fine, but all memory of her husband was gone. She even forgot why they had traveled. Her son understood then. His father had left them long ago. He never spoke of him again. They returned to their village life. His mother smiled every day, and even opened a small tea shop. Her son worked as a ferryman, earning what they needed to live. The following spring, they met Ginkgo again. Hearing their story, he assured them the shadow insect didn't take lives. As long as she kept learning new things, the condition could be managed. But at every meal, his mother still set an extra bowl on the table. She didn't know why. Maybe it was a habit she couldn't break, a silent way of holding on to one last memory, because only then did she feel a sense of peace.